Hello, wonderful people. I want to share with you the gifts of my life in this very moment. In this very moment, in the fleeting now, I'm in Seattle, Washington, and I'm at the home of my sister-in-law, Tamara, my brother-in-law, Joe, my niece, Maya Rose, their dog, Lexi, their cat, Macy, and me for Thanksgiving. And it's Thanksgiving morning. And the theme for this in this very moment are the gifts of grace, gratitude, and grit. And Maya Rose is like a harp enthusiast and a beautiful player. And I asked her if she would play because she just does. She just plays in the home and it just brings such peace and harmony. And that's what divine love is, or true love, is the ability to feel peace and harmony no matter what's happening at the moment. That's actually a definition of gratitude, to be able to feel the gifts of the moment, regardless of what's happening. And sometimes that can be difficult for us humans, and me too. And when Maya Rose plays the harp, it seems that all the cares and worries go away. And she is a Sagittarius like her Aunt Cindy, and she was so happy to play. This will be just a very short in this very moment as far as time goes. But I invite you just to breathe for a moment and receive the willingness and the power of a soul that is so happy to learn and share the gifts of being human and the gifts of knowing that there's more. Breathe 360 degrees so you can take in what we're offering. And know that I just like to look up things, but the definition of grace, there's so many definitions of grace, but it comes when we open to it and it comes when we're not open. It's a gift. It might seemingly be random, but our minds are not quite capable of understanding it. But when it does, just breathe and receive it. It has the effect of removing the veils between what we think is real and what is actually real. If you've been with me, you hear me say a lot, this definition of the ego is the affirmation of separateness. And that's true. We need a healthy ego so we don't run into walls and drive off cliffs and we feed ourselves. But if the ego is the affirmation of separateness, love is the affirmation of oneness, that there is no other. We are one. In the grace of this moment, let the veils of feeling separate from everyone and everything, including the energy that made us all, which is within us and around us. Divine love, true love, unstoppable love, and receiving that grace. And then we're going to move to the second gift in this very present moment that we're sharing with you. Also, my brother-in-law Joe and my sister-in-law Tamara sharing it too. So willing to host this and host Thanksgiving. There's more people coming over, and to be such forces for honesty and unconditional love and realness. There's just some of my favorite people on the planet. And I found out that we're going to play cornhole today and shoot cans with BB guns in the backyard. I mean, I only can think of A Christmas Story. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. I don't think I've shot a BB gun since I was in 7th grade. I'm so excited that I get to do it today. There's hatchet throwing too, but I just had a massage yesterday because my shoulder is talking to me. I don't think I shall do that. So gratitude. This is the gift of gratitude. And you might hear Joe's just come in. He is my brother in every sense of the word. But Tamara was married to my brother Stephen before he skedaddled to the other side almost 4 years ago. And Joe is her husband, and he is a beautiful human being on all levels. He has one of my favorite galactic title superhero names of all time. It's Montana Beastmaster. I mean, it's still so crazy great. Being from Montana as he is, and he tames the beast of separateness. He's a master at it, as a matter of fact. So breathing into gratitude, letting yourself know how much you matter. And that no matter how bleak things seem, no matter how many people are really kind of rock hard in their affirmation of separateness, or how you still might have that flavor because you're human like the rest of us, we can let go, and that there are so many ways to awaken to that, including hearing the willingness of a young girl playing a harp for you. I had to wake her up, by the way, 25 minutes before this in the fleeting. No, I didn't have to, but she was sleeping. I said, sweetie pie, a half hour to harp playing if you so choose, because it was always just freedom, no coercion in that. And she got herself up. And my sister-in-law, Tamara, is so great. She's helping, like, do you want Joe to take the covers off the furniture in the back so it looks whatever? And it's just, I mean, the willingness of that amazing woman and her beauty and her spirit is just incredible. And then we're going to come to the third in the gifts of this in this very present moment, is the gifts of grit. It takes a lot of optimism and perseverance and willing to fall down and get up. When I was a kid, there was a little toy, I don't know if it's still out, called the Weeble, and the little jingle was, Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. I get falling down and staying down, and that is a fine choice. And we're also infused with this divine love, this impenetrable, or fully penetrable. It's imperishable is what it is, this imperishable, eternal force of love that helps us when we feel like we are in the valley of the shadow of death and we feel alone and separate and without hope and without ability. There is something that comes, the gifts of grace and the gratitude for the grit, for the determination that allows us to feel what humans feel, to feel loss. I'll share this with you. A couple days after my brother Stephen skedaddled, I was in this home with my family here, and Maya Rose might remember this or not, but she's playing herself right now, and she was just singing, "Hello, darkness, my old friend." Just like that's how a 9-year-old dealing with that. Was she 9, 10, something? 10. She was 10. And I remember saying to her, I described to her that when someone's soul drops the body, it's like an old coat that no longer works anymore. It doesn't fit you anymore. It gets tattered. It can't protect you from the cold or the heat or whatever it is, the elements, and you drop it. And so when a soul's complete, it drops the body like that. And we were all standing, all the women in the family were standing by my brother Stephen's form on a life support in a hospital in Tacoma. And she said to me, "But Aunt Cindy, I love that coat." And I said, "I know, I love it too, but it doesn't work anymore." So it was a freak snowstorm here in Seattle almost 4 years ago, because apparently I thought Seattle got a lot of snow, but that I don't know, it didn't. And they're not prepared for it either. But this couple days later, after the skedaddling is what I call that to the other side, I said to my Rose, "Get your coat." And she said, "I have my coat." I said, "You don't have your coat. Get your coat. It's cold outside." And she said, "I have my coat, Aunt Cindy. I have it with me everywhere I go." I mean, grit, grace, gratitude, the gifts of this very moment. And so I'll bring it to conclusion and let myself be quiet as Maya Rose plays. Taking it in just for another couple 360-degree breaths. Taking in that we are one, that we can be brave and we can be happy because we're not even we're one. And together anything is possible. Love, power, and blessings, dear, wonderful, amazing people. Mwah. I'm so grateful. And so are we.